Okay, good evening, everyone. Okay, so for the online guys, hope my voice is clear for you. Can you please confirm me on chat once whether I'm audible or not, so that we can continue for the session today. Online, are you able to hear me? Okay, thank you. Okay, so let's proceed with the demo. So before going for the demo, I'll give a small brief intro about me. So my name is Raham, and I'm going to train you for the DevOps with AWS. Okay, so lot of people think it is a course of only DevOps, but apart from DevOps, here I'm gonna teach AWS for you. Okay, all of you know about what is the meaning of AWS, right? So in cloud platform. So like that, again, we are going to teach you Linux as well. So Linux is completely free of cost for you. So till the date, I have covered almost all like 52 batches. So your batch number is 53 for me. So in our course, completely like we are going to learn 12 tools. So in DevOps, like it's a combination of very big tools, right? So wherever you go, like maximum you will try to learn 9 to 10 tools. But in our course, mostly I'm gonna cover 12 tools plus simply. So let's proceed with the basic demo today, and I'll give some understanding about what is the DevOps and why people are more fascinated about DevOps today. Okay, I'll ask you a question. Like all of you heard about the word DevOps, right? Definitely. Tell me what is DevOps? Development plus operation. Okay, fine. Still any answers from your end? DevOps means definitely everyone will tell development plus operation. Okay, like that point everyone knows. But what exactly I'm expecting from you is exact meaning. Okay, intermediate of okay, like both same only, na? Methodology. Okay, then okay, fine. So, what is the purpose of using DevOps? High availability, deployment, like time complexity. Okay, fine. Like lot of people do not have the exact clarity of why we need to use DevOps. Okay, if I ask you one question, what is the reason for choosing DevOps? Can I tell you? Zero coding. All of you are having some fear of code or not? 50% of people will try to take DevOps course only because fear of coding. Of course, in DevOps, we don't write code usually, but apart from coding, every activity we are going to do, sir. Okay, I'll tell you. Let me open Paint. For example, to explain the DevOps in a easy terms, I'm going to take one example. All of you know e-commerce applications, right? Tell me any two e-commerce applications you know. Amazon and very famous or not, sir? Have you used those applications? Have you ever? Okay, fine. I am taking the same thing which we are using on our common lives. Okay, sir. With the help of e-commerce application, I want to order one phone, sir. Like I want to order one mobile which costs 10,000 rupees. How many rupees? Sir, if I go to first e-commerce application, Amazon, Amazon is going to deliver the mobile phone on 2 days. How many days? 2 days. And second e-commerce application that I know is Flipkart. Which one? Flipkart is going to deliver same mobile with same price within 5 days. How many days, sir? Now I'll ask you a question. Choose wisely. If you want to order the mobile, which one will you prefer now? Amazon. Why Amazon, sir? Flipkart also giving same product or not, sir? Huh? That's the usage of DevOps. See, sir, if you are investing 10,000 rupees, you want your product to be very soon or not, sir? If I want to invest now, I need to get the returns. Correct or not? Forget about this one. For example, if you order a small shirt on Amazon, which cost over 500 rupees, you want it immediately or not, sir? Sir, if we are investing 500 rupees and we are expecting our product as soon as possible, then companies will invest some thousands of crores or not, sir? They will also expect the application to be more speed into the market or not. Delivery should be speed, right? Why we are choosing here Amazon? Because they are going to deliver the product very soon, like very speedily. Same like DevOps is also going to deliver the application very speedily into the market. The reason for choosing and the reason for growth of DevOps is DevOps is going to deliver the application very speedily into the market. Is the process clear? So simply if someone asks you why to choose DevOps means to deliver the application very speedily. You can ask me, sir, without DevOps, can't you deliver the application speedily? Means, of course, you can deliver. But DevOps is the best among all of them. Okay, you can ask me, sir, without like Amazon, we can order on Flipkart, right? If not Flipkart, can we use some many other e-commerce applications? Like we have a lot of choice, right? But why we are using only Amazon? Because of it delivery speed, correct or not? Here also to deliver the application, there are a lot of methods. Waterfall model, agile, scrum, these are going to be the lot of alternative for DevOps. But the reason for choosing only DevOps is it will deliver your application very speedily when compared to other methodologies. Now my question towards you is, what is the reason for using DevOps? Have you got the clarity on it? Everyone, tell me why we need to use DevOps, sir? To deliver the application speedily. Sir, as a software engineer, forget about tester, developer, any other thing. As a software engineer, at the end of the day, our motto is to release the application. For example, you are a developer, I'm a tester, somebody is DevOps engineer. What we are working for? Develop the application or not? To deliver the application or not? Same, in order to have the concept of DevOps very clearly into the mind, first of all, we need to understand about SDLC. What we need to understand? SDLC full form is Software Development Lifecycle. Okay. Sir, like if you take the human as example, in human also, we have a lot of stages. Infant stage, child, teen, adult. Okay. So old, these all are your stages or not, sir? As a human, we are having some life cycle or not? First of all, infant. Infant means baby who can crawl. Okay. Child. After that, teen, adult, and finally old age. Like this, software is also going to have one life cycle. Sir, if I just born now, can I directly become a teenager, sir? Is it possible? First of all, I need to come with infant stage. From infant to child. From child to teenager. Then adult I can become. That means directly when I born, I can't become the teenager. I need to pass my previous life cycle or not, sir? Like this, whenever you are creating an application, this application must and should follow the software development life cycle. What it is going to follow? So right, SDLC. Full form is software development lifecycle. And in my class, no need of running the writing the running notes. I'll tell only some particular points. Okay, try to note only that few points. SDLC means software development lifecycle. What is the meaning of SDLC, sir? Software development lifecycle. Okay. So whatever the points I said, only try to note those points. Okay. No need to write the running notes. You are going to get these documents anyway. Okay, sir. In SDLC, majorly we are having two teams. How many teams? Team number one is development. Team number two is to produce a human. Like SDLC, we are comparing with our human life cycle. See, whatever the stuff here you are going to learn from me. First of all, I'll take the real world example. Real world means which we know. That example I'm going to convert into technical forms later. For example, here SDLC I compare with a small baby or not, sir? Human life cycle. To produce a baby, how many people required? Two, one male and female, correct or not? Here also, to produce an application, we definitely need to have two teams. First one is development. Second one is with the combination of two teams only, we can able to produce the application. Sir, development people can do planning, coding, building, Testing. Let's understand what is the meaning of plan, code, build, and test. So how many of you are like non-IT from here? Raise your hands. Okay. Remaining people are IT. Fine. I just want to know like what kind of audience we have on the class. So fine. Sir, here in SDLC, first one is planning. Sir, whenever if I want to construct a building, first of all, I need to plan or not, sir? How many stairs I want to construct? Okay. How many rooms I want to construct? And what kind of like interior designing I want to get? Everything we are going to plan or not, sir? Here also, whenever we are creating an application, first of all, we need to create an execution plan. Without execution plan, can we do anything? It is possible even? No. So here what exactly happening is, whenever we are creating application, first of all, we need to create some execution plan, which includes what kind of application it is, what kind of programming language we need to use, and what kind of cloud to deploy our application, and what are the specific number of tools, budget, timeline, everything we are going to fix on the planning stage. Which stage? So basically we don't involve in this case. Why? Because planning is going to be done by technical architects. In every company, we have a technical architect who will do all of the planning for each and every project. So is the step number one clear for all of you? What is the meaning of plan? What is planning, sir? To get the requirements and to plan according to it. Second one is what? Code. Sir, in the stage of coding, once technical architect create the execution plan, the very next stage we are going to take it is coding. Which stage it is? In coding, we are going to select one programming language and we are going to develop an application. You can select Java, Python, React, any kind of coding you can take, even .NET, Go, Rust, PHP, everything you can take. You know how many programming language in the world totally? Can you guess? At least tell me one rough figure, at least. Java, Python. Okay, don't spell all of them. Why? Because it'll take a lot of time. Yeah, any idea? There are roughly 700 plus programming in the world. How many? But do we know about those 700? No, right? Even not required. Any one programming language is enough to develop the application. You can develop an application on Python. Even though you can develop on Java, that's up to your choice, right? Same here as well. So in planning, we are going to take the requirements and we are going to create the route map for our project. In coding, we are going to write the code for the application. Next, in the third stage, I'm going to build the application. What is the meaning of build means? Here, I want to add the dependency for the application. What I want to add? For example, you want to construct the house, sir. You create the execution plan. You create the execution plan and you are trying to construct the building. Whenever you are trying to construct the building, for example, unfortunately, instead of cement, you use some other chemical. Dependency is missing or not, sir? Without cement, can I construct the building? Is it possible even? Of course, I can construct, but no one can give guarantee. Correct or not? That is what we call as dependency. Dependency means there are some external factors which are going to be helpful for our application. We are going to add them. Okay. Next, stage number 4 is testing stage. Which stage? Sir, you create one application, that is banking application. When I withdraw 100 rupees, it is going to show me 10 lakh rupees. How much I withdraw? But how much it is showing? Application is working or not, sir? Application is working, but it's not working fine. We have a difference. See, application is giving me the output, but what kind of output it is? Wrong output. Which one? So if we have those kind of scenarios, we are going to check it on the testing side. Which side? So these all the activities are going to develop by the development side. Which side it is? First one, stage number 1 is plan. Stage number 2, code. Stage number 3 and code number 4. Are these 4 activities clear for all of you? One more time. To create the application, how many teams you want, sir? 2 teams. What are those? Development and What is the work of development team? Planning, coding, building, testing. Clear now? What is the team number 2 here? Operation. Now, what is the meaning of operation? Means I'll ask you a small question. Try to give the answer. All of you have Instagrams here? WhatsApp you have? WhatsApp, no, no. Yes, everyone. Tell me where you are using WhatsApp from? Play Store. Okay. Then this is what majority of the people will think it is true. It is not true. It is false actually. You are not using WhatsApp from the Play Store. You are using WhatsApp from the WhatsApp server. Where you are using from? Play Store is just a medium to download the WhatsApp application. But your WhatsApp is not running on Play Store. Your WhatsApp is running on the servers. Where it is running on? Servers. So in the operation side, it is the main activity and the first principle for DevOps. Write the heading deployment. Definitely as a DevOps engineer, we are going to deploy multiple kind of applications with the help of multiple tools. Deployment means installing a web application on application servers like Tomcat, Nginx. I'll write the notes for you. Give me a second. Your one is 4 p.m. No, 4:30. Let me write the notes for you. What is the first thing I said now? SDLC means? SDLC means software development life cycle. And what is the usage of DevOps? Why DevOps, sir? To deliver the application fastly. Okay, now what I am saying? Deployment, right? Deploy or deployment, both are same. Okay, deployment or deploy, both are same. Deployment means installing web application into application servers like Tomcat, Nginx, and IIS. These are examples of the application servers. Is it clear, sir? No? As a DevOps engineer, it is your responsibility. The very first responsibility actually we have. Without deployment, you cannot say you are a DevOps engineer. Again, to do the deployment, we have a lot of tools. I'll teach you how to deploy on each and every tool. In our course, I'm going to show you deployment by using Jenkins, by using Ansible, by using Docker, by using Kubernetes, by using Terraform also. How many tools I'm saying now? With the help of 5 tools, I'm going to deploy Netflix application, not small applications. Whatever the stuff here you are going to learn, I'm going to teach you in real-time aspect. Okay? Fine, sir. No. Sir, what is the meaning of deployment? Means initially developers are going to write the source code or not, sir? Where they are going to write the source code? On their local laptop. Where they are going to write the source code? Local laptop. Sir, one developer write the source code on local laptop. That means application will work on his laptop or not, sir? In real time, who want to use the application, developer or end user? But application is running on my laptop. In that case, what I want to do I want to give my laptop to all of you? First of all, is it even possible? My application is working on this laptop only because developer write the application on this laptop. I cannot give the laptop to all the end users. In that case, whatever the application is running on my system, I am going to install on servers. Where I am going to install on? From the servers. Are you able to access the application from the phones or not, sir? From the laptops, can you access? From the tabs, can you access? So this is what you call as deployment. What we can call it as? Deployment means the process of installing web application into application servers. What are the examples for app servers? Just now I said Tomcat, Nginx, IIS. I'm gonna show you how to install applications on these kind of servers. Is it clear, sir? No? Okay. Deployment is your first roles and responsibilities. In our course, how many ways you are going to do the deployment? How many ways? 5 ways. Okay. Next one is operating and final one is monitoring. What is the meaning of monitoring? You know, what is the meaning of monitoring? You know, monitoring means if once I install application on my web application server, I'm going to check how the application is working. That is called as monitoring. What we can call it as monitoring means I want to check how my application is running on the server level. So these are your 7 steps for SDLC. What we can call it as? One more time. Sir, in SDLC, how many teams we have, sir? 2 teams. What is team number 1? What they will do? Plan, code, build, test. Second team is operation. Operation means deployment, operating. Is the concept clear till now? For everyone. If I ask something, just you need to say yes or no. If you shake head like this, how can I? No, I cannot see all of your heads, right? Okay. So now what about online guys? Can you please confirm? Is the concept clear till now? I'd like to get response from all of you. If it is very clear for you, please ping me clear or yes in your comment section. Okay. What about remaining online? I'm getting only response from few people. Okay. Clear. Thank you. Thanks everyone for responding. Okay. Sir, now, okay. You said it very clear. I got some clarity. But sir, as a non-IT person, is it a bit difficult for you to remember, even for IT as well? If I'm saying you now, you can able to remember. But what after if you go out of class? Can you able to remember this one? Even can you able to remember? Oh, sure. I thought of saying one shortcut for you, but you said you can remember, right? No, no. I'll tell you one easiest shortcut. You will never forget this SDLC in your entire lifetime. That's for damn sure. I'll ask you a couple of questions. Try to answer this couple of questions. So you can get it, sir. All of you watch cricket? So in your cricket, what is your favorite opponent team? Pakistan. RCB. RCB. Okay. So PCB. So for example, what is the Pakistan cricket board, sir? PCB, right? For example, Pakistan cricket board is there. It is your favorite opponent. And what is your favorite cartoon show in your childhood? Obviously Tom and Jerry, right? Sir, for example, if Pakistan cricket board has a director called Tom, that is your SDLC. What, sir? What are you talking? Like, what is the comparison between SDLC and Tom and Jerry? Means we have the comparison. I'll tell you. There is no relativity, but I'm comparing. Okay. What is the shortcut? Pakistan cricket board director is Tom. Now check here. P for plan, C for code, B for build, T for test, D for deploy, O for operate, M for shortcut is done or not, sir? Now, do you want to remember that by heart? No, right? If you remember this shortcut, entire thing is very, very clear for you. So whenever you are going for interview, right, you cannot remember all of these stuffs. In my class, whatever the concept you are feeling very difficult, I'm going to create these kind of shortcuts for you. Shortcut good for you? What is the shortcut? Tell me. PCB directories, Tom, P for plan, C for code, B for build, T for D for deploy, O for operate, and M for okay, sir. Now fine. You said about the SDLC. SDLC means it is the way of creating an application. If I want to create an application, I need to follow this particular path. For example, if I want to build a application, first of all, I need to write code or not, sir? If I want to write the code, first of all, I need to plan or not, sir? So this is the life cycle. Whatever the life cycle is set for human, same life cycle is going to applicable for the SDLC as well. Okay, sir. Now fine. So you said that we have 2 teams, right? in real time, these two teams are going to work like this. First of all, developer write the source code on his local laptop, where he's going to write the local like source code. Once he write the source code on his local laptop, application is working very fine. What is the work of operation team is deployment is the work, main work. What is the main work? That means whatever the source code written by the developer in his local laptop, that same application they want to install on servers. Where they want to install on? That is the work of operation team, sir. Fine. Now developer give the source code to the operation team. Operation team install the application on the servers. Unfortunately, application which is working on my local laptop is not working on servers. Issue or not, sir? Issue is going to happen or not? Sir, why the issue is going to happen, this development team will tell, I have given the right code. Application is working on my laptop. When I give the code for you, the application is not working. You change the source code. Like developer team is going to tell to operation team. Now operation team is going to defend like this. No. Whatever the application you have given, I deployed the same application, but I don't know why the application is not working. Then again, development team will tell, no, you don't know how to do the deployment. For that purpose, application got failed. Operation team will tell, no, I haven't changed the source code. If I can write the source code, why I'll work as operation team, sir? I'll come to development team or not. So like this, there are some miscommunication between development team and operation team. What is the silliest mistake they have done? Mistakes are going to be very, very silly. For example, developer write the application on Java programming. Which programming? Sir, if Java application want to run on my laptop, I need to install Java or not, sir? But this operation team haven't installed Java. Why? Because developer haven't informed them. Miscommunication or not, sir? Whose mistake is that? Developer mistake. And even the operation team haven't asked which software I want to install. Whose mistake is this now? Both sides we have mistakes or not, sir? Why we are having mistakes means we are working as two teams. How many teams we are working as? When we are working as two teams together, these kind of mistakes are going to be happen. So in that case, what we are going to do is we are going to remove the wall between two teams and started working as single team. This is how DevOps is originated. Clear now? Initially two teams only. First one is development team. Second one is, while they are working as two teams, what is the major disadvantage? Miscommunication is there. What is the major disadvantage, sir? To overcome that miscommunication disadvantage, what we are using now, two teams as single team. That is called as DevOps. What we can call it as? Development plus operation is called as. When I ask you DevOps, everyone is telling development plus operation. Now have you got the clarity why the DevOps is originated? Tell me, sir, why it is originated? To remove the miscommunication between both the teams. If I have miscommunication, I cannot work. Okay, like that. So is the concept clear till now for all of you? Everyone? Okay, online. Is it clear till now? What is the DevOps and how it is originated? Can you please ping me on chat once? Okay, seems everyone is clear till now. Thank you. Thanks for your response. Okay, sir, fine. Sir, a lot of people will think DevOps is the technology, sir, which is one of the worst myth ever actually. DevOps is not a technology. Okay. If you talk about cloud is a technology. I'll agree. If you talk about AI, it is also a, and even if you talk about data science, it is also a kind of technology. But DevOps is not a technology, sir. And DevOps is not a tool. DevOps is nothing but combination of different teams who is working for the development of same application. Clear now? Like that. So for example, he's the developer, he's the tester, he is the IT administrator, and he's a database team. With the combination of all of these people, DevOps engineer is going to deploy the application. He's like a true leader, what we can say. Okay. Okay, fine. If you see the DevOps life cycle, what it is resembling, sir? Infinity, right? Why it is infinite? Because it is going to run continuously. Sir, how it is going to run continuously means I'll tell you. Initially what is going to happen, whenever I try to create the application, first of all, I'll create version 1, correct or not, sir? Sir, for version 1 of Instagram, let's take Instagram application. Which application? Instagram. For Instagram version 1, I am doing planning, coding, building, testing, and release. In SDLC, you don't have release, but in DevOps, you have release, sir. That is the only difference. Deploy, operate, monitor. Sir, your version 1 is released, sir. After 6 months, you want to do version 2 or not, sir? Again, for version 2 also, I want to plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. Again, after 1 year, you want to update the application or not, sir? If I want to update the application, again, I'll release version 3. Again, plan, code, build, test, release, deploy, operate, monitor. Again, after 6 months, I'll try to release the version 4. Same process going to continue or not, sir? That is the reason why we are using infinite symbol for the DevOps. Infinite means it's a never ending process. It is a never ending. You can ask me, sir, for example, if version 4 I created, can I stop the application here means? Can I stop it here? You tell me, can I stop it? For example, let's take Instagram application. Sir, Instagram is not giving any new features for the application. You will get bored or not? That means Instagram need to update every at least 3 to 4 months once. WhatsApp also giving every new feature for the new updates or not, sir? Like this, if an application stopped giving new features, people will lose interest. That means companies will always try to give the new features for the application. For that purpose, DevOps is having infinite symbol. Which symbol? Infinite. Okay, clear. DevOps having infinite symbol. Why? Because there is a continuous process for the application. Now I got it. Fine then. What my question is, sir, is anyone using iPhone here? iPhone users. Okay, rich kid only. Okay, 2 rich kids. Fine. Tell me like which version you are using now? 14 Pro Max. And you? 11. I'll ask you like the person who is using 11 wants to go to 14 or not, sir? And the person who is using 14, will he come to 11? Why he is not able to come to 11? Why? Because 11 is having some disadvantages. For that purpose only, 14 comes into the market. First of all, initially they release a version 11. In 11, we have some limitations. To overcome the limitations, we are using iPhone 12. Again, in iPhone 12, we have some disadvantages. We are using iPhone 13. From 13, we are using 14. Why, sir? Again, we have some limitations on the 13. Same like currently people are using DevOps, right? Before DevOps, we have lot of methodologies. Like before iPhone 14, 13, 12, 11 are there. Na? Before DevOps also, we have lot of methodologies. Let's understand about those methodologies first. Your first methodology is waterfall methodology, sir. What is the first methodology? I'll ask you a question. Have you ever seen waterfall? At least on movies. Not really, at least on movies. We have seen, right? Waterfall will come from top to bottom or bottom to top? Have you ever seen waterfall going from bottom to top? No, this model is also like that. It is a sequential process which come from top to bottom. Okay. The waterfall methodology, also known as waterfall model, or you can call this classic model as well. It's a sequential development process to develop the software systematically. That means it will follow the systematic process actually. It will work step by step only. We can work on a single step at single time. If you want me to show it here, sir, are you seeing the steps or not, sir, here? Forget about these steps. No need to remember the steps here. So just see here. First of all, I'll gather the requirement for the application. Once I gather the requirement, once I design the application, and finally I'll keep maintenance of the application. Sir, one client came to me and he asked me to create the application called Instagram application. Which application? Okay, fine. So when he asked me to develop the Instagram application, I said to the client, to develop the Instagram application, I need 8 months. How many months? In these 8 months, what happened, to gather the requirement, I spent 1 month. To design the architecture, I spent 2 months. To implement, again, I spent 2 months. How many months left, sir, here? Huh? 5 months done. I left only 3 months. Why? Because my estimated time is 8 months. How many months? In the 8 months, how many months are done till here? Sir, in the verification stage, while I'm verifying the application, I found a bug on the Instagram application, sir. Very big bug. If I find the bug, can I able to use that code, sir? Can I able to use the code? What is the requirement of the waterfall model? You can come from top to bottom only. You can come from top to bottom, but from verification, can I go to implementation again? 5 months time waste or not, sir? Now tell me, is it a good model? Why? Because the major disadvantage here is time consuming. Which one? And the amount of risk is also very, very high. Why? Because you cannot go back. If you cannot go back, can we bring back the time, sir? Now you tell me, is it a good model to develop an application? So that is the reason why waterfall fails in the market. Clear now? Again, one more time I'll tell you, waterfall model is called as waterfall methodology or classic model. In this model, we need to work on step by step only. At a single time, how many steps can we able to work on? One step, correct or not? Okay, but what is the limitation? Means when I am on step number 4, can I go back to step number 3? Disadvantage or not, sir? Disadvantage number 2 is time wasting or not, sir? Why? Because to implement the application, I almost taken 5 months. How many months? That means tester need to wait 5 months or not, sir? So due to these kind of disadvantages, we completely remove the waterfall from the market. Why? Because having this many disadvantages, can we use it? So waterfall model failed. iPhone 12 failed. iPhone 13 games are not, sir. Like that, when waterfall model is failed into the market, we are having a new model called agile model. Which model? Sir, in waterfall model, what happened? Until developer give the code to tester, testers are waiting or not, sir? That means developer taken 5 months to write the source code. How many months? Testers are waiting for 5 months or not, sir? But in agile, it is not going to happen. Why? Because, for example, developer write the source code on day 1. For example, I'm taking, if developer write the source code on day 1, testers are going to check the source code on day 1 only. That means, do they need to wait for full code is done? But in waterfall model, what happened? Once the developer complete full code only, then only tester will test the application. Here, not like that. For example, developer write 100 lines of code. They will directly check it. Day 2 developer write the code, sir. 200 lines. How many lines? Then day 2 only testers are going to test the application. Now day 3, he writes 300 lines of code. Testers are going to check the application on day 3. Sir, if you work like this, your time is going to save or not, sir? Your time is going to save. At the same point of time, developer have a bug on day 3. Tester will test on day 3 only. That means within fraction of hours only, he will resolve the bug or not, sir? Now you tell me, when compared to waterfall, which model is better now? Why? Because in waterfall, step by step, first of all, complete development, second, complete testing. But here, development, testing, both are doing parallelly. That means concurrently, what we can call it as concurrently. In waterfall model, time is going to be wasted. But here is time is wasting, sir? No. Now you tell me, when you compare waterfall with agile model, which one is good, sir? Agile model, correct or not? So now see about agile. So if you go and check here, so my manager is going to give the execution plan. He want to design the application in 2 months, and to develop the application, he want 10 months, and for testing, he want how many months? Total how many months are there, sir? 14 months. In the developing phase of 10 months, first of all, developer write the source code. They will test it immediately. Testers are going to test the application. Developers are going to develop the application. So this is how the agile model will work. Agile model or agile methodology is a way to manage a project by breaking into several phases. For example, in my Instagram, I want to give 4 features. How many features? Message feature, Instagram reels, okay, Instagram post and collaborations. What I'm gonna do is for messages option, I'll give it to separate team, okay, and reels option I'll give separate team. They are going to develop the application individually. It delivers the small piece of software working quickly to improve the customer satisfaction. Here, both development and testing activities are going to be done at same time. For example, if developer write the source code for the reels, if developer write the source code for reels feature, testers are going to test the reel feature. If developers write the source code for message feature, they will test the message feature. If developer write the source code for the what we call this one, Instagram post, testers are also going to test the Instagram post. So like this, each and every work we are going to divide and work it. Now you tell me, in the waterfall model, first of all, developer need to write the source code for reels, messages, and Instagram post. Then only testers are going to test it or not, sir. But here, is it going to work like this? If developer write source code for reels, they will test it immediately. If testers, like if developers are working for the message option, testers are going to test it immediately. That means here we don't have time waste when you compare with our previous model. Now have you got the clarity why we are using agile over waterfall? Tell me the reason why we are using agile, sir. In agile, time is saving. Second one is working is going to be very, very speed. Now you tell me which one is better, waterfall or agile? You have the clarity? Okay, sir, you are telling this agile is very good, but unfortunately in agile, you can develop the application, you can test the application, but you cannot release the application very speedily. At the end of the day, we want to release the application or not, sir? But here, releasing of application is going to be delayed. In that case, we are going to use Scrum. What we are going to use? Scrum is not a separate methodology. Scrum is a part of Agile only. It is a subgroup, what we can call it as subgroup. In Scrum, we are going to have the small teams with experienced team members. Okay. For example, if you ask me, in Scrum, the average experience will be 5 to 6 years. Average experience. Okay. We are going to work as a small teams. He is my manager. This manager will tell to me, like you want to work on the reels option, and second person you want to work on the message option. Then what we will do, we will work on the each option with very high speed. And at the end of the day, we are going to give the application to our manager. If you go and see, like there will be some roles actually. I'll tell you. So I develop one feature, my colleague develop one feature. These features are going to be tested and I'm going to give it to my manager. Now my manager take the application and give it to the client. That means Scrum is good or not, sir, when you compare with waterfall model and agile model. Why Scrum is good, you know? First of all, in Scrum is going to work with small teams and very high experienced people. Experienced people can develop and test the application very speedily or not, sir? That is the advantage. And here deployment also going to be done very speedily when you compare with agile. Now you tell me, compare Scrum with agile. Which one is good for you? Scrum model. Which model? Okay, sir, you are telling about Scrum, but fine. In Scrum also we have some limitations, sir. What are the limitations, you know? First of all, Scrum is not good for small projects. Second thing, it is very expensive to implement and need experienced member to be involved. I said, right? If you want to work very hard, we need to take the experienced people. What is the like overall and average experience for Scrum team members? Minimum 5 to 6 years is required, and don't expect we have openings on Scrum. In the Scrum team, fresher is not eligible actually. Why? Because Scrum work with the experienced people only. Why? Because team strength is too slow, like too small actually. Even though if team strength is too small, we want our application very speedily or not, sir? That's it. And I said, work with the small teams only. In Scrum, we don't have 10 and 15 people. We have only maximum 4 to 6 people. That's the strength actually. And finally, Replacement of a teammate is not easy. For example, if one guy who is working on my team, he is going to another company, I cannot bring the other person and I cannot replace him easily. It is very difficult task actually. Why? Because he is working hard from the past few years, the person who is going. Now, if I bring a new person, I want to teach him every inch to inch and point to point or not, sir. Why? Because he is new to our team. He doesn't know anything. If I want to replace him, it is going to be the difficult task. Having this many disadvantages, finally we are using DevOps. What we are using, sir? First of all, people tried waterfall, it failed. Second, people tried agile, it is also. Third one, Scrum is also. And finally, DevOps comes into the market. So basically, DevOps comes into the market on year 2008. Which year? 2008 is having a lot of milestones on the history of IT. Why? Because Google introduced a programming language. Google has one programming language. That is Go language. Which language? Go language came in the year 2008. And Netflix started using AWS on the year 2008 only. That means AWS got very peak stage on the year 2008. And the third one is, DevOps came in the market on the year 2008. And all of you heard about Satyam Computers? Satyam Computers also changed into Tech Mahindra in the year 2008 only. So 2008 is a very big year for IT. Why? Because DevOps comes into the market, Google has one own language, AWS Netflix collaboration started, cloud market going very high at that time. So this is the significance of the year 2008. Fine, sir. Then how DevOps comes into the market means nobody writes source code for DevOps. Why? Because DevOps is not a tool, right? Is it a program? Even though it is a tool. There are two friends called Andrew Clay and Patrick DeBois. These two are basically friends. They started discussing themselves. What if DevOps comes into the market? Agile came, Agile failed. Scrum came, Scrum also failed. Even the waterfall model is also failed. But if people working in the DevOps, they might have the good result. Like they both discussed it themselves only. But in the year 2009, they held a summit in Belgium. You know Belgium? So they held a summit in Belgium. In that summit, lot of people expressed their views. Like if DevOps comes into the market, we are going to have a lot of advantages. But in the finally, a year 2014, they implemented a project on DevOps and they given the report of that project. When we compare the project with other models like Waterfall and Agile, DevOps produced the application very speedily and the cost of implementation also very, very less. Sir, now automatically people will come to DevOps or not, sir? Initially, they came like DevOps came in the market 2008 only. But the trend of DevOps start from the year 2014. So by the end of 2016, DevOps completely came into the Indian market. It is not in the initial days from the IT. Recently, it came into the India. Like recently means it means almost like 9 years, 8 years ago, like that. Then if you ask me like father of computer, who will you say? And father of C programming language? Dennis Ritchie. And father of Python? Edo Van Rossum, right? So like if you ask me about father of DevOps, his name is Patrick DeBois. Why? Because he invested a lot of time and he bring lot of changes into the DevOps market. Okay, like that. Okay, sir, fine. Now the main confusion start from here only. Are you seeing those tools there? Just try to see them once. Are you seeing your SDLC here? Planning, coding, building, testing, integration, deploy, operate, monitor. So SDLC or not, sir? In real time, we are going to work on SDLC. You know what is the meaning of SDLC? So in software development lifecycle, for each stage, we are going to have one tool. Of course, we have many alternative tools, but we need to require only one tool. Of course, if you ask me, sir, for deployment, we have a lot of operation. Deployment you can do on Docker and you can do it on virtual boxes, and even though you can do it on servers as well. Operating, we have a lot of tools. You can use Ansible, Chef, Puppet, SolveStack you can use. And for monitoring also, ELK, Nagios, Splunk, Prometheus, Grafana, Jabri, Datadog. These are a lot of alternatives. As a DevOps engineer, in each stage, you need to learn only one tool. How many tools? I'll ask you a small question. Let's consider you are very hungry. Okay, you have two applications. How many applications you have, sir? Are you going to order on both applications? Swiggy and Zomato and Uber. You have three applications, Swiggy, Zomato and Uber. Are you going to order food on all of these three or only one is required? DevOps are the same thing. For each stage, we are going to have multiple alternative tools. But we need to learn how many tools on each stage, sir? One is enough. Let's see whatever the tools we are going to learn on our course. In our course, first of all, we are going to start Git, which is for source code management. Maven is the build tool. Jenkins, continuous integration. Ansible, configuration management tool. Docker for containerization. Kubernetes for container orchestration. Nagios for monitoring. Terraform for infrastructure. Nexus for artifact. SonarQube for code quality check. So try to list out all of these tools. How many you are seeing there? How many tools? 10 tools. Apart from these 10 tools, I'm going to teach you a tool called JFrog. Are you seeing JFrog here? No. So JFrog also I'm going to cover on these classes. So there are totally 11 types of tools in your upcoming DevOps with AWS classes. And apart from them, DevOps means what people majorly focus on, DevOps tools only. But in our course, I'm going to focus on AWS as well. Here, if you see, these are the AWS concepts I'm going to teach you on the class. EC2, S3, VPC, IAM, RDS, CI/CD from the AWS point of view, SNS, SQS, EBS, Elastic Load Balancer, and Autoscaling Group. So this is what you are going to learn on my course. So completely here I'm going to cover you DevOps tools as well as AWS concepts. And apart from that, we are going to cover Linux as well. Why? Because as a DevOps engineer, you need to work on major Linux servers. Which servers? So in this course, you are going to learn DevOps, AWS, and third one is Linux. Okay, sir, fine. You are saying you are going to teach 11 tools and you are going to say you are going to teach some AWS and DevOps as well. Okay, fine. That's completely good. But if I want to be a DevOps engineer, what are the roles and responsibilities I want to take? First roles and responsibilities, network architectures. Guys, trust me, if you go to the real-time working guys, and if you ask me how many kind of architectures we have, nobody will tell you. That's for damn sure. Even if you want to check, just call to your friends who is working on real-time and ask them how many kind of architectures we have in the real-time. Nobody will tell you, but that is the first thing I'm going to teach you on the class. Okay. We have 1-tier architecture, 2-tier, 3-tier, and n-tier. I'm going to teach you the architectures on tomorrow's class. Why? Because without understanding the architectures, we cannot work on the real time. If you don't know how many floors on the building, how can you go to your exact floor, sir? Is it possible? Here also, to create the application, we have a lot of models like architectures we have. First of all, we need to understand about architectures. If you understand about architectures, then you can able to work easily. Second thing is configuring and maintaining the infrastructure. Infrastructure means like in cloud, we are going to create the servers, networking, load balancers, auto scaling group. All of them together, we can call it as infrastructure. I'm going to show you how to create infrastructure within 5 minutes. Even 5 is not required, like exactly 5 minutes. Have anyone learned AWS here? Then you must know like what is the infrastructure, right? Infrastructure means creating 6 servers, to web servers, to app servers, to database servers, and creating one load balancer, auto scaling group, VPCs, and like some other buckets as well. To create all of them manually, how much time it will take, sir, as per your knowledge? 6 servers, one end-to-end VPC, load balancer, auto scaling group, and some buckets. How much time it will take? mostly. Half an hour, right? Of course, it will take more than half an hour. Why? Because route table connection, internet gateway, NAT gateway, VPC pairing, everything will comes now. But you don't believe, in our course, I'm gonna show you within 5 minutes. How much of time? If you run one single command, I won't teach multiple commands. I'll show you one single command. If you run that single command, entire infrastructure is going to create within 5 minutes only. That much of automation I'm going to teach you. In our course, completely we are going to learn automation, not manual work. Like that. Next, writing the CI/CD pipelines. Pipeline is very easy concept. Like a lot of people will think pipeline is very difficult to learn. But trust me, pipeline I can teach you within 5 minutes again. Okay. Why? Because the kind of techniques I'm gonna use you, these are very, very easiest techniques to remember. Even if you're from IT or non-IT, no need to worry. I'll tell some shortcuts. If you follow that shortcut, everything is going to be very, very easy. And automating daily tasks. To automate the task, we are going to use shell script. For continuous monitoring, we can use Nagios and collaboration with all teams and migrating from monolithic to microservice. This is one of the high-end responsibility for DevOps engineer, even though I'm going to teach you here. Okay, one more time I'll tell you. First of all, you are going to learn about the architectures, completely cloud server network architecture we need to learn. Next, we need to configure and maintain the next writing the CI/CD pipelines. For infrastructure, we are going to use Ansible and Terraform. For CI/CD pipelines, I'm going to use Jenkins. For daily task automation, I can use either Ansible or I can use shell script as well. For continuous monitoring, Nagios, and collaboration means we don't have any tool with it. Directly, we need to speak with our fellow teammates. And migrating from monolithic to, that means if your application is working on monolithic architecture, I want to move it to containers. So these kind of concepts also I'm going to teach you with very easy. A lot of people will think DevOps is very difficult, but trust me, DevOps is the easiest technology, like not technology, easiest course to learn actually. When you compare with programming, data science and other thing like that. Okay, sir, fine. You said about the demo and you said about what are the tools and what are the roles and responsibilities. But if I want to start my DevOps journey, how I need to start? First of all, here are you seeing programming, sir? What you are seeing here? Are you able to see that? Okay, like the small icons, right? Okay, fine. How about now? First of all, we need to learn programming, but programming is optional. I am saying again and again, as a DevOps engineer, we need not to write the programming. But if you learn, it is very, very beneficiary for you. Next, Linux is mandatory, sir. Without Linux, we cannot work on servers. Next, we need to learn the source code tools like Git. And after that, build and integration tools like Maven and Jenkins. And after that, for testing is not a work of DevOps engineer. It is going to be done by development, like a QA team. We have the team called QA. They are going to do the testing activities. Deployment and configuration, we are going to use Ansible for it. And like you can use Docker and Kubernetes as well for deployment. For monitoring, we can use the tools like ELK, Splunk, and Nagios. And after learning all of this, finally you need to learn at least one cloud. Now tell me, in our course, are we going to cover all of them or not, sir? Forget about programming. Programming is not our cup of tea. Forget about that one. Linux, I'm teaching you. Git, Maven, Jenkins, I'm teaching you. For deployment, I'm going to teach you like Ansible, Docker, Kubernetes, and even Terraform also you can deploy directly with the help of Terraform also. And for monitoring, we are going to use Nagios in our tool. So coming to the cloud platform service, which cloud we are going to use now? I'm going to teach you AWS as well. Okay, sir, fine. After listening all of this, lot of people will have some questions and queries now. What are the frequently asked questions, These are the most commonly and frequently asked the questions for our demos. The first thing is, sir, can a fresher get a job in DevOps? How many of you think we don't have job in DevOps as a fresher? How many of you think here? Everyone think, do we have openings for DevOps or fresher? Basically, we do have. But the only thing is you don't have the proper knowledge about DevOps. Okay. If you ask me, there are a lot of people who have taken training from me as a fresher and now they are working as DevOps engineer. Okay, if you ask me like TCS, Wipro, and like these kind of MNCs are also going to the hiring for fresher. Okay, so as a fresher, the only thing you need to have is complete idea about DevOps end to end. Clear now? If you have the idea about DevOps, it is going to be very, very fetching. But in our course, whatever the content I'm going to teach you is, it is equivalent to 3 years of experience content. And the people who joined here as fresher went with experience as well. I'm going to guide you how to go with experience too. Non-IT students can learn this course. Of course, sir, I'm starting the course from 0 level, scratch level. That means, do we want to learn anything previously here? Not required. So don't worry about it. Even if you're IT or non-IT, definitely you can learn this course. Next one, does it require any coding skills? Already I said, coding is not a part of our work. But again, if DevOps engineer having the coding, it is going to be very, very advantage. Can I change my domain into DevOps? Definitely, sir. For example, even if you're working as non-IT, non-IT people can come to IT. Okay, or even if you're working on like a BPO, or if you're working as a developer or tester, everyone can switch into DevOps domain. Why? Because this is what you can call as career transition. What we can call it as your previous experience, keep it apart. Okay, what they are going to see, you know, how much you are able to do work for the company. They have some set of requirements. If you match that requirement, definitely they are going to hire you, sir. Next, do I require to learn all alternative tools for it? You tell me, do I need all of the alternative tools? And sir, do I need to learn all the AWS services? Not required. AWS is going to give 200 services, more than 200. How many? But maximum, we require 20 to 30 services in real time to work, sir. Nobody will teach you 200 services. And even nobody knows 200 services as well. Okay. We required only 20 to 30 services maximum to work on real time. So in our course, I'm going to teach you this AWS service as well. Clear now? So these are the most commonly and frequently asked doubts and questions from the people who attend for the demo. And apart from this, I'll show you something which is really interesting. In our course, how much of automation we are going to do, you know? Let me open my GitHub. For example, sir, in your company, you want to set up the Jenkins, sir. So setting up the Jenkins is not easy. It is difficult task. But if you run this command in the script, it is going to be set in within 2 minutes. Or if my company asks me to set up the Prometheus and Grafana, are you seeing Prometheus and Grafana here? If you directly run this script, within 1 minute, your Prometheus and Grafana is ready. Okay, sir, my company asked me to set up the infrastructure for my microservice architecture. Are you seeing KOps here? If I run the KOps script, entire infrastructure is going to run within 5 minutes. How many minutes? That means whatever the work here you are going to do, completely is automation way, nothing manual. Whatever the tools I'll teach, complete end-to-end 100% automation tools. In my course, you will never heard about the work manual work. Everything whatever you are going to learn, this is production level work actually. Even if you go and show this repository to any of the working friend, definitely they will admit this one. Why? Because no one is going to give this much of automation. If you want to set up Docker, run the script here. If you want to set up Kubernetes, run the script. If you want to Terraform, if you want to set up Terraform, run the script. For Jenkins, run the script. Even for ArongoDB, you know ArongoDB and MySQL. Even if you want to set up database server as well, you need to run the script from here only. That much of automation we are going to learn on our complete course. And with the help of the course, you can easily put the experience. This is the like open statement I'm giving for all of you. Why? Because with this course, a lot of people who came here with zero experience, now they are working as some experience. Okay. Again, like I'll guide you how to do it. So entirely it depends upon your hand, how you are going to work. And moreover, it's a hands-on batch. What is the meaning of hands-on batch? You know, after your course is done, like after your class is done, you can attend to the labs. in lab, mentors are going to help you whenever you're practicing there. If you got any doubts or queries, you can get the mentor support. So mentors are going to come with you, and if you are having any doubts or queries, they can resolve. And even with mentors, I'm also going to there with you in lab sometimes. And after all this, whatever the final thing I want to tell you is only one thing. I'll give one syllabus copy for you. Just open your mobile, all of you once. I'm gonna show one QR code. So try to scan this QR code. Let me share the screen. Try to scan that QR code from Google Lens. Yes, option. I got the link from there. So from this QR code, you can get our syllabus content. Okay, if you see, almost we have the syllabus content of 20 pages. You can take this syllabus copy and you can compare with any institute you want. You can't find more syllabus than this. And for online guys, I'm gonna give you the syllabus copy with the help of link. Give me 1 second. In the meanwhile, online, if you are having any doubts or queries, you can ping me on the comment section. In the meanwhile, I'm gonna give you the syllabus copy for you with the help of a link. So online, I have ping you on the comment section. Please check it there. So in the meanwhile, let's go with the doubts and queries session. So Bindu Monica, Helm, Argo, CD, Grafana are also going to cover regarding monitor. Basically, Helm is not for monitoring like Bindu, and Argo CD is also not for monitoring. It is for deployment, and Helm is for the repository deployment directly. So Prometheus and Grafana, like if you want, I'll give the script for you how to do monitoring for it. So Vijay, sir, is Python required? No, Vijay, I'm already telling you. For DevOps course, there is no coding required. Splunk is not required like Santoshi. Santoshi. Why? Because like in our course, we are going to cover monitoring tool Nagios, right? So Splunk is not required. So you can ignore this one. Sir, Bindu Monica, Groovy and Go Ansible playbook in ML files. This required minimal coding language. No, sir. No, basically, see, to write the Ansible playbook, we are going to use YAML, which is not comes under coding actually. Okay. YAML is comes under syntax. Even Groovy is a syntax, if you ask me. So if Jenkins restarted and if I do refresh to the Jenkins, it's not working. So that means you need to check what kind of Java version is installed in it, first of all. And the second thing is you need to check have you allowed the security group port number 8080 as well. Third thing is whenever you restart the server, it is going to change its public IP address. You need to check all of these scenarios, Monica. Don't worry, I'm going to teach all of them for you. And for online, if you're attending from the online as well, we are going to provide the online link for the practical. For example, you came to class here, but you don't have time to practice. You can go to your home and we are going to provide an online link for you. In that online link, you can practice. I hope it is clear for you, Chalapati Babu. Sir, how will the online class, sir? So number of days and number of days and number of hours also I'm going to tell you. So our course is going to have 2.5 months actually. How many months? So class are going to be 4:30 to 6 p.m. That means how much of time exactly? 1.5 hour. So this 1.5 hour completely I'm going to take class for 2.5 months. Of course, sometimes it is taking more than 2.5 months. My previous batch almost all taken 3 months to complete the course. If you are really passionate about the course, I'm going to teach you which is not in the syllabus as well. For example, I mentioned 10 points in the syllabus. If you are very interested to learn, if you are attending the class to daily, I'm going to teach you the 11th and 12th point as well, which is not on the syllabus point of view. Next, sir, I have 8 years of experience and support developer. Can I move to DevOps? Definitely. That's what I'm saying, right? whether you are working as any side on the IT or even on non-IT, you have the chance to do the career transition. Okay, don't worry about the career transition. I'll guide you how to do it very smoothly. But the only thing is, daily you need to come to the classes, sir. If you come to the class daily, if you go to the lab daily, definitely we are going to have the sync, how the classes are going to be, and what I'm teaching and what you need to practice. You will have the complete clarity of it. And after the class is done, daily I'm going to give you the task as well. So daily task will be given, weekly assignment also going to be provided for you. If you do the task and assignment right, you will get some clarity what is exactly happening with our course. And you can compare our course with real-time work as well. That much of assurance we can give. So Ashish, sir, do we need to learn AWS course for greater? No, basically Ashish, I'll teach you AWS here. But if you want to gain some more knowledge, I will suggest you to take AWS as well. Anil, we are not going to cover the Jira here. Okay. Again, if you want to get the syllabus copy, I have given you the link. Please take it from there. So doubts and queries apart for a few minutes. I would like to get one response from all of you, both from online and offline. How the demo is for you? Are you satisfied with the demo? Way of explanation and taking the examples. Is everything clear for all of you? Okay, great. And one more benefit what I can provide you is if you have some doubts and clarity how my teaching is going to be and how much of depth we are going to cover. In outside, are you seeing my students? Just go and speak with them for a couple of minutes. Okay, they will tell you how my classes are going to be. The classes are going to be very, very interesting. I'll teach you the technical stuff and I'll teach you the real-time examples. Whatever the industry is expecting from you, I'm going to deliver from here itself. And with the help of this course, how much of experience you can put? That's for damn sure. You can trust me on this. So let's take the online response. Yeah. Okay. Fine. Good. Thank you. So in today's class, you got the clarity about DevOps, right? What is DevOps and why we are using? In tomorrow's class, I'm going to teach you the software architecture. Definitely, it is going to be very, very interesting. So I would like to recommend all of you to come for the demos. Demos are completely free of cost. And one more suggestion is don't pay the amount till day 4 or day 5. Why? Because come to the class daily, listen to the demos. If you are satisfied with my way of explanation and my content delivery, then only pay the amount for it. Why? Because if you pay the amount and if you don't like the sessions, you are going to lose the amount, right? If you go to some institute, they are going to ask for the payment of day 2 and day 3. But here it is not like that. First of all, student need to be satisfied with the content in the way of explaining the concepts. If you are satisfied, then only join on this course. And second thing is I have given the syllabus copy for all of you, right? Take that syllabus copy and compare with all the institutes around Amirpet, or even you can compare with online edutech platforms as well. Why? Because you know Simplilearn Edureka, Simplilearn Edureka. I got like offer from those platforms as well. But trust me, whatever the content I have delivered there for 30,000, it's the same content I'm delivering for the 8,000. Okay. So content wise, if you go to enter any other institute, no one can give you this much of content. Clear now? So that's it about the demo. So now offline or online, still any doubts or queries you are having, you can ask me, please. Currently not. It will take some time. And one more thing is like, if you join on this batch, right? In future, if you want to switch from one branch to another branch, I'll make you do it. For example, you are coming on this time. In future, it is not flexible for you, right? You can come to me and you can ask me. I'll try to shift to other batch for you. Okay. But my morning batch will around take it three weeks in a minimum. Minimum cost will take this month and let's take. Still any doubts or queries from offline? Yeah, please. Sure. Like for example, if you are not able to come to offline, right? You can get the online link as well. So not like you can take it from weeks as well, not 1 or 2 days. And one more thing is like I'll show you how the things is going to be after the class. See, I'll show you the production pipeline, how it will work. So if you see this one, just allow me a couple of minutes to speak this. Have you seen this pipeline, sir? It's pipelines. So basically this pipeline I'm teaching for pressure, but trust me, it is a production grade pipeline. Production grade pipeline means you are going to deploy the end-to-end Netflix application. Which application? If you run one script, pipeline script, it is directly going to do the deployment itself. So writing the pipelines will be very, very interesting and very, very funny. Okay, but all you need to have is how I am teaching you and how you are taking the subject. Previously, if you see, I have taught you SDLC first, but after teaching the shortcut, it becomes easy or not, sir? That kind of shortcut I'm going to teach for every tool. Okay, and online, like, sir, morning time class, please. Currently, I don't have any morning batches, but it will take few at least 2 to 3 weeks now. Hope it is clear for you, Radhakrishna. Other batch timings. So this is the only batch I have now, but for other batch it will take some time. So still any doubts from online? So in tomorrow's class, what we are going to learn? Architectures. Okay. So still any doubts or queries? And if you miss the session as well, they are going to provide the recordings for you. Okay, online, just wait for a few minutes, just couple of minutes. Yeah. Sorry. Notes I'm gonna give on Google Classroom from tomorrow. Okay. Thank you. Okay, online. Thanks for joining today's session. So let's meet on tomorrow's class with the software architectures. Thank you.